Giving up, saying no, wanting to stop is not even a option in your head. The focus is so there that it's a routine to just want to succeed.
So why do you do this? Why do you wrestle? When people look at me, the first thing they see is what's missing. If I win, having one leg won't be the most important thing about me.
Hey, brother, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's good to see you again.
Again, yes.
Yes.
Mira, I would love to talk about relationship in the movie.
Hmm.
Is that relationship that you have with Bobby Cannavale character? Because the guy wants to do the right thing in his eyes, but
Yes.
also you are doing the right thing. So I see his character like these things that we have in life
Yeah.
that kind of want to teach you forcefully, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. I think that's the magic in what Bobby did with the role. In the script, he's a bad guy, right? He's the abusive stepfather, and there's a lot of ways you could play that, and you could just make it like, oh, I'm angry all the time, and you don't understand me. But those little moments you see in the movie, like after he fights with them, he goes outside and he thinks, or when he yells at everybody and he puts his hand on the wall, these are really good moments that Billy caught to just show you the good inside the evil.
Yeah.
He's somebody trying, and he's trying, and no matter what, look at his job. He works at a jail. He sees bad things all day, and so it's almost like the world is falling on him, and he's trying his best, but it doesn't end up working because he doesn't treat them right. It's a beautiful thing because I think a lot of us know somebody like that, or experienced that, or maybe even had times in our lives where we may have fallen into that pattern.
But also he has a like this conversation with your character as a kid
Mm.
when he enforces, "Hey, I'm not your father. Like I'm
Yeah,
not here
yeah,
to do anything with you, just to put food in your mouth and a roof on top
yeah.
of you."
It's funny when he says that, he thinks he's saying the right thing.
Exactly. That's my
It,
point.
yeah, it's good. Yeah,
There's a moment that I think I mentioned it when you confront him for the first time.
yeah.
But the thing is, this fight takes your character to go on rage
Mm.
when the following fight comes. Do you
Hmm.
feel that happen usually when you are this mindset? Do you in violence it just like I don't know, like it put your black in your eyes and you don't know what you're doing afterwards?
Yeah, it's something that could be very distracting because it's something you can't control. That's the
Hmm.
thing about Anthony. The whole movie, Anthony's very reserved. He doesn't show too much of his emotion. A lot of the performance I try to make sure I captured was this inner. I keep it all in here. I don't need your help. I'm not worried. I got you. You don't have to get me. And so you can only do that for so long. You can only be that
Yeah.
person for so long before that lid pops. And so once that lid pops, it's hard to close it back up, and you see black, and it distracts you, and it takes you off edge, and you kind of you either lose your momentum, or you take that
Yeah.
rage and you succeed with it.
I'm curious about the relationship. How was explained the relationship with your mom to Jerome because it feels like it was a different connection, and we can watch it in the movie. So I want to know how was that? How do you explain to him how he created that connection with his mom that he wanted to defend her, that he worried, of course, about her, but the connection and the relationship with her mom is different.
To be honest with you, that was my biggest concern with having my story, our story told on in film was how my mom was going to be portrayed. Because that relationship, that's where my strength came from, and my mom's a hero for me. And so, for Jharrel and I to get to know each other initially and for so long, back in 2019 when we first met, I think that's something we bonded on was, family and our moms. And so I was just able to kind of open up, on my thoughts and what, my mom said to me as I grew up, to inspire me, to motivate me through things, to give me that strength. But I think just Jharrel, him understanding that relationship on his own, it was just natural. And then again, that attention to detail, him coming out to Arizona to hang out with my family and I, to see how my mom interact just naturally in our own environment, whether it's home barbecuing together, watching sports, football games on the weekend, and still, I respect my mom so much, and I'm learning from her every single day. I tell people she's really my mom and my dad. I learned a lot of things from her on how to be a man and how to be a good dad now. But Jharrel, he cared about telling that. He cared about seeing that side of it, and that was the emotional side for me. It's like when I would go out there and wrestle, there'd be moments, I'd get slammed down. I'm walking back to the center, and it's very true. When you watch the film, Jharrel and Jennifer, they're looking at each other, from the crowd, and that really happened. I'd look at my mom and I'd say, "I'm good, Mom. That slam didn't hurt as bad as you think." And there's other times, I'm struggling in a match, and I'm just losing it. And I'd look to my mom, and she'd give me a nod like, "You're good." She's like, "You can do this. You can get through this." And so it was just that relationship. But Jharrel and Jennifer, they capture that beautifully, and they, again, it was just them just taking the time to get to know us individually together, to watch us interact and just really become part of our circle. So it wasn't just us having to answer intimate questions. It was just us just being us and just being around each other. And they could see that, and they pulled that, and they showed it to the world.
How do you interpret everything that he explained to you about that relationship with your mom, with his mom?
Yeah, and I think the one thing that Anthony and I truly have in common is our love for our mothers and our bonds for our mothers. I'm a mama's boy, and proud of it. And so I used a lot of my relationship with my mother personally to inform a lot of the choices I made with Jen. And Jen is an incredible mother, and she cares deeply for her kids. So she naturally took from the essence of her being a mom. So a lot of that came from just pulling from real life for me. And then in terms of the importance of making sure we got that thread across. When you meet Anthony, you meet Judy as well. And Anthony embodies the strength that Judy possesses and holds. And so for me, it was like, this is Anthony's story, but this is just as much as Judy's story. So once Jen and I kind of got that sort of symmetry down, it was the rest was, Billy's job.
What do you think the name of the movie and the book is? Unstoppable. What does it means to you?
Giving up, saying no, wanting to stop is not even a option in your head. That doesn't even pop up anymore. The focus is so there that it's a routine to just want to succeed. That's the thing about Anthony. He's not even the type to have been like, yeah, I almost gave up one time. He just giving up wasn't even there. It wasn't even an option, and it wasn't feasible. And so it's not approaching your day like, okay, today I'm not gonna give up. It's approaching your day like, okay, today I'm gonna succeed. And that's unstoppable.
Jharrel, Papa, we're proud
Come
of
on.
you.
I love talking to you every time, man. Thank you, Papa.
Un
Appreciate it.
abrazo. Bye bye.
I used to be angry all the time, but I'm not angry anymore. So what are you?